Time now for the voice of the land on the Big Play Network with your hosts, Kevin Arnold and Always Positive Jay.
Breaking news just before we came on. Browns, of course, dealing with some injuries along the defensive line. A couple defensive ends, Isaiah Thomas and Alex Wright, both undergoing arthroscopic knee surgery. Expect to be back early on in the season, but we know that that's especially up the middle, more defensive tackle than defensive end like those two are. That was an area where this team was thin. And
if you watched last year, they were real thin.
Yes. Now, the Browns signed Shelby Harris, who had played for the Seattle Seahawks, I believe, is the latest one. Yes, Seattle Seahawks.
He got to the Seahawks when they traded for Russell Wilson and all that package.
Yeah, from the Denver Broncos. And
he's a good player. Like, he is a solid player. I was ecstatic about the sign, not because he's going to be some Pro Bowler and make 17 sacks. No, he's going to fill a much-needed need because I just don't think – is it Jordan Elliott that's starting right now?
Yeah.
And when you've seen him in that preseason game, he's the only starter playing, and he played a lot.
You're getting to my question for you guys.
All right.
And, Peter, I want your thoughts on this too. Does this signing tell you more that this team is trying to plug holes from now injuries that they've seen in training camp, or is it more a knock against some of the players they currently have on this roster, not the ones they brought in this offseason, but the ones that were still here, like Jordan Elliott and who's the guy
recently released guy we just had.
Who's the guy from Ohio State, though?
Oh, Tommy Togiai.
Yeah, Togiai, players like that we were left wanting a lot more from last year. Which one, this move tells you which? Trying to fill holes from injuries or getting better because they don't like what's there. They don't like the depth that's there.
Well, I already hinted my answer, so we'll let Peter take this.
I think it's both. It's a little bit of both. I think using the injuries is a good way to bring in pieces to fill holes with, where we have players that have not lived up to their expectations.
I think it would have happened no matter what. If those guys didn't get injured, I really think they still would have signed him. They brought him in before the two guys got hurt. And why can I not think of his name? The guy who went off and got in trouble, and then we had to kick him out.
Oh, Perion Winfrey.
Perion Winfrey, thank you. I'm already forgetting the guy.
I just saw.
He's a moron and
deserved.
It
was like 2 days ago when I saw injury designation releases. I don't know these names. I've never seen these people in my life.
That one nudged it, but yeah. I think Schwartz is in here, and he's like, these guys ain't going to cut it as starters, like, for what I want to do with my defensive line. Like, I need a legit starter. There's a guy out here, and I think they went and got him for Schwartz, to be honest to God.
Well, and we talk about it all the time, don't talk about it, be about it. Mm-hmm. And if this is something that Jim Schwartz pushed for because what he is seeing, what he wants out of his defensive line and what's available to him, he's not getting. He can use some of those pieces as rotational, but he needs something else to really get accomplished what he wants to get accomplished along that defensive line. And we know how good his defensive lines have been as a defensive coordinator. Well, now that's a credit to him. That's something that even that's waiting for the season. I need them to prove it to me. I can get somewhat at least excited about if that's the case because, look, you brought this guy in to impact your team. You needed to change your defense. You needed to change the culture of your defense. And if he's already he's already having that kind of impact to bring players like this in, that a lot of people, as I scroll through Twitter and social media right now, absolutely loving the signing. If this is a Jim Schwartz, feather in his cap, okay, what are we going to see when this defense is really, really whole and out there and all the starters are actually playing? We're in preseason. We won't see that until Cincinnati.
And we're going to know.
And we will know at that point because, hey,
if Joe Burrow even plays week 1, I hope he does. If I'm going to beat someone, I want to beat them at their best.
Yes, I definitely want Joe Burrow to play, and I'm only wishing him all the best in his recovery. But if his injury doesn't allow him to play week 1, and you're playing against the guy that
you should dominate him.
Cleveland teams always make the people we've never heard of look like absolute superstars.
I cannot have another
right
Bailey Zappi Is that his name?
Yes, third string quarterback.
Bailey Zappi.
Yes, from
Joe
Western
Flacco.
Kentucky.
Marcus Mariota. We can't have these guys beating us.
The
no
bad
more.
Joe Flacco. Let's put that on there. I mean, Joe Flacco beat us a lot, but that was when he was,
Young,
Super Bowls and
20
stuff
years
like that.
ago.
But with the Jets, and you allow him to come back last year,
That killed me. That killed me. I can't. We gotta move on.
yeah, it won't mean as much, but at least if they dominate a quarterback that they should dominate, okay, like that's as bad as it sounds. That's a step forward for this defense. So each feather in the cap or each progress step, and that's what they're trying to do. That's why the cliche is always there. We're taking it a day at a time. We're just trying to get it better, rep by rep, day by day, because you actually need to do that. If you don't improve upon what you did the day before, and you that's your best day, well, guess what? You're not going to be in it at the end of the year. Now, we will get a chance to see, however long it is, Deshaun Watson and some of the starters. It was announced, and Deshaun Watson said it himself. Then Coach Stefanski finally said it. He's been being asked about it since he kind of indicated that the second preseason game and the fourth preseason game we'd probably see the starters. He never officially said that until today. Deshaun Watson will be there. Outside of the I word, and I knock on wood still, even though I didn't say it, what really should be the goal coming out of this game for whatever group of starters plays?
First and foremost, come out of it healthy. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. I said outside of the I word.
Oh. That was one I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. But
You clearly don't listen all day long. I
So-
stole that from somebody, sorry.
yeah. Other than that, you just want to see him look smooth and not all. You don't want to see him throwing in the ground anymore like he started out last year. You want to see all right, this dude's clearly been working his butt off all season, and he's taking a bigger step.
We've already had the S-bomb dropped tonight, so you can
Yeah,
say
I
it.
know. I almost said it, but I'm cool.
I don't even care about that because that just made the whole story.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to see the offense run smooth. I'm not the defense. I think all the play calling is going to be bland. They've already said it. You're not going to see what they're releasing and what they're doing. Probably
gonna
see
see
a
some
million
screen
more
passes.
screen passes, but just run a nice smooth offense.
I mean, the
I don't
videos
care
that we've
less
seen,
if they win or lose.
the videos that we've seen, and you can only take that with a grain of salt because again,
Oh, you know what I want to see? Cade York make his field goals. That's what I want to see. I love Cade York, but I got to see you start making your field goals, bro.
So here's what's weird. I tend not to go back and watch film or whatever. Like I even though I have the games recorded, like I'm not one of those people to watch them again and again to break it down because that's not a sport that I'm going to be fully breaking down. But if there's something I can break down in the game of football, it's kicking. And I actually went back and I saw the video on Twitter and I scrolled across I did it extra slow-mo for myself to see when the foot planted and all of that. Yes, I'm a nerd like that. I will do that. I could tell, and it's no excuse, I could tell the plant foot did not plant right, slid out on that turf when they're practicing on natural grass all the time. There is a thing there, but that's why your equipment staff and you better know when you go out there for pregame warm-ups, are these cleats working or not? And if you're feeling something, even something off, you should be changing those cleats when you're changing surfaces that you're normally used to. So the plant foot kind of slid out, but I'm still surprised that ball went right because when he struck it and it started going end over end, it was going dead center. And I don't know what he did. He must have sliced underneath it and knuckled the ball partly because when you do that, that's when it starts out where you want it to go and then automatically just in the middle of the air just
whatever.
Just does whatever, just takes a wrong direction. I've shot a soccer
Breaking
ball.
down kicks with Kevin Arnold.
I've shot a soccer ball where that's done that many times. I thought, oh my gosh, I struck this so well. And then why is that going right? Why is that? Oh, that's a field goal. That's not.
One of these days, I was watching that game, that soccer game. We have to discuss how the hell do you soccer players bend the ball like you do? It is incredible. I didn't realize how much
You wrap your foot around
curve.
the ball.
It's insane. Y'all are crazy.
And I mean, I don't.
You're bending it like this,
bending like Beckham,
and you're hitting it in the air,
Like
but
Messi?
you're bending it down and up, like whatever.
Messi's been doing recently.
yeah.
Like scoring every time
Yeah.
that he's playing.
But sorry to get off
It's all right.
subject.
It's all right.
Like,
I mean, we're talking kicking, so
Yeah.
I mean, now are you?
what did you want to see, Peter?
Yeah. What do you want to see?
Let's get back to the subject.
I just want to see the fundamental things,
Yeah.
like not, the pass is caught, right? If I don't care if it's a screen pass, if it's a simple slant, whatever, catch the ball. I agree with you with the field goals. I want to see that's something. I think that's probably one of the more realistic plays that they're going to run, because you're going to have pressure now in the regular season. You're going to have probably more pressure coming in, so he better hit every kick.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to not see this time is what's going on? What are we supposed to do?
Right.
Aren't you supposed to go here?
So-
I know no more of the confusion in the DB with the
Not to-
DBs.
You know what?
and
I put that.
blown coverage.
Thank you so much for bringing up that painful memory. I put that out of.
Well,
Well, we
Push
had to
that
send
down
Peter
deep.
to counseling, and
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I don't mean to add to your guys' concerns, but there was a report that there was a play.
Yeah, I know. I heard about it.
Okay. Yeah.
I heard
There
about
there was some looking at each other
Hey, you
defensively.
get that out in training camp.
Yeah, that's what practice is for. Now, there's different calls to this stuff, so I can understand confusion right now. While the defense is still ahead of the offense, we've seen actually competitive days between both of them, and you would still expect there's a new defensive scheme. So, and some of these players have been doing just the Brown scheme, the Joe Woods scheme for the last few years, and other people have come from other teams. So everybody, while they're doing similar stuff to what you've done in the past, there's different calls for it. So getting that communication down, I'd rather have that in practice than a game where you're up 13 and I'm not going back there. But for me, you kind of nailed the key word for me, smooth. I want to see Deshaun. I want to see this offense. However long they're out there, I want it to look smooth. Yes, I don't know who's going to play for the Commanders, but they're going to have a really good defensive line this year. And they have a really good defensive scheme. You're going against someone else. Finally, these starters are going to go against someone else. Just looks smooth. It doesn't.
You ever seen Tom
score,
Brady in a
you-
preseason game? He just methodically just boop, 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 boop,
Yeah.
boop, touchdown.
Well-
that's what I want to see. Just doop, 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 doop. Nice smooth plays. Let's get a completion here.
Whether they
completion
get a
here,
touchdown
completion
or
here.
a score or not,
Getting just in scoring position,
I
real
wanna
easy.
Yeah, I want to see I want to see a smooth drive put together. And if it stalls, it stalls. They're still working out a lot of things. They're changing the offense from what it was, anyways. Stefanski's changing his own offense to open it up for Deshaun Watson, so he's got to get used to it too. So I just want to see it be smooth. Whether they come out as a winner or a loser, just please don't overreact. I know I'm telling people what to do right now, and we don't usually do that. Just the overreactions to a preseason game. This is going to be a process.
I mean, putting is it DTR into the Hall of Fame already?
Yes.
Is that the
Yeah.
overreaction?
I love DTR, but DTR is in the position he should be. Third string quarterback, possibly contend for the second at best. Deshaun Watson is your quarterback. However you feel about him, however I feel about him personally, and off the field stuff, he is the quarterback for the team we root for.
Oh, I got another one. Man, it just popped into my head. I want to see Demetric Felton take that third string running back role, friend of show, and
He's
just
got the opportunity now.
because now he's just running back, and I think that's best for him.
And
'Cause-
Jerome Ford is injured, so he's going
Exactly.
to be getting more of the
And I
second
want to
strings.
see him take advantage of that opportunity. I really root for this kid. He's hardworking. He's a good kid, and I just hope he has a great preseason
Because
game.
I would love to have him on the show again, so we can then consider him friend of show. You got to have him on twice to be friend of show. That's the rule that I've heard. This unwritten rule. I don't know
Yeah,
whether we believe it or not.
soon to be friend of show.
Soon to be friend of show. Mecca Don and Demetric Felton.
Yes.